Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel for an unprecedented run of videos. Today I'm going to do something that I think will be of interest, I hope will be of interest to you. I'm going to do a first impression / review of the StylPro brush cleaner. This is something that I wanted to pick up because I hate washing my brushes. It's my least favorite thing to do. One of my least favorite things to do in life. I've often wondered why people can't just invent brushes you can put in the dishwasher. But this seemed like a really good solution. I've seen a few people have it. I know Ellen from Waxperts had it and was talking about it on her Snapchat. Jordan in PREEN was playing around with it one day and it looked brilliant. I kind of felt like I was converted. It was something that I wanted to pick up. But I know that people have had like trouble, that they found it a little bit tricky. So I thought I'd go through my first impressions, give it a go and see what I think about it live on YouTube for you guys. So here it is, the StylPro Makeup Brush Cleaner and Dryer. It's apparently proven to hygienically clean and dry brushes in seconds, but we shall see. Inside we have an instruction manual. Then we have a little thingy. This is the, oh my god, I really hope this comes with batteries or I'm screwed. I don't think it does. I'm gonna have to go find batteries. I'm gonna unwrap all my little parts and then I'll get back to you. Yes! Oh my god, this is like the best Christmas ever. This is our little glass bauble. I feel like I'm David Bowie in Labyrinth. Ooh, this is what we're gonna clean our brushes in. And if it doesn't work, it's a nice little vase. So I've just assembled all of my little brush heads. This is really handy. It comes in a little stand, so you just put them all together and then you can figure out which one works best for your brush. Okay, so essentially how the StylPro works is you get a little handle and you attach it to your brushes, swirl them around in water, and then you swirl them around in the air and it's supposed to clean and dry them, I think in 20 seconds. So let's see how it works. I'm going to start with my blank canvas F20 brushes. So these are the brushes that I use to do my foundation. So they're pretty dirty. I probably haven't washed these in about 6 months. So for the F20, the best fitting spindle is the 15mm, I think. Oh, look. Okay, well, it works anyway, is the first thing. Okay, I'm gonna go and fill the bowl and then I'm gonna be back. The soap I'm choosing to use is Dr. Bronner's Magic Soap, 18-in-1 Hemp Peppermint Pure Castile Soap. I use it in the shower as well as a shower gel. I have filled the bowl a little less than half with warm water and a few drops of the soap. And then I'm gonna try this thing. So we start by dunking the brush up and down in the soapy water, pressing the brush lightly into the bowl to open the bristles. Okay, so we do that for about 10 seconds. Oh, and it says you shouldn't put it down as far as the metal. I always wet that part. Oops. Okay, so it's neither clean nor dry. I'm gonna go again. So I know that when Ellen Kavanagh first tried this, she said that it depended on which detergent she used. So I'm going to give this one another go, and then if it doesn't work, I'm going to try like a baby shampoo instead. Okay, so I think it's about basically not pressing it too far down into the bowl, but making sure you still get it in the water, I hope. It's not clean. The brush is not clean. Let me try again. Maybe I need hotter water. Okay, so you can see that like some of the dirt has come off, but it's kind of coating the edge of the bowl. Yeah, I think I need to try a different solution. Okay, so this time we're gonna try with soak, which is a hand washing detergent. So I'm gonna give that a go. I've put a little bit more water and it's a little bit warmer. So I'm hoping that this is going to help to dissolve the foundation. I definitely feel like there's a little bit more going on, but like I did think that the water would go a lot more foundation colored. Oh, I think this might be the magic ticket. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that is definitely an improvement on my first go. So you can see all of the outer bristles are clean, but the inner bristles are not. I think it's gonna need another go. Okay, maybe I'm gonna try another brush. I wanna see what happens when it's not a foundation brush, because I feel like foundation is always gonna be the hardest to take off. This is my blank canvas F15, and this is a blusher brush. Okay, and this is gonna work with the 11mm thing. So they say to put it in, kind of dunk it around in the water to loosen up the pigment and basically the dirt that's in there. Then we're gonna swirl it for 10 seconds. Definitely way more color coming up this time. And then we're gonna do our 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is much better. Really clean, really fluffy, and almost completely dry. I would still leave it on its side, I guess, to make sure that it's fully dry, but that is pretty much perfect. So one bad and one good, but I do think it might be the detergent and the fact that that one is covered in a shitload of foundation. Okay, so let's go for a bronzer brush. This is my Marks & Spencer Lola. I don't think Lola is actually a Marks & Spencer brand, but that's where I got it. This is warm work. I feel very warm. Okay, looks really clean, not completely dry, so I'm gonna see what happens if I just spin it. Oh, so it needs to be contained. That's really interesting. Okay, so that's much drier. Again, I would probably leave it on its side, but that looks pretty good to me. For the record, that's 2 yeses and 1 unsatisfactory result. I'm going to use this Dove shampoo that I've been using. It is the Pure Care Dry Oil Shampoo. And maybe we'll move on to a different foundation brush. I'm kind of reluctant to go back to that one. I think maybe it needs to dry out a little bit. Oh yeah, let's go for this little Bobbi Brown one. This is the Full Coverage Face Brush. I quite like this. The bristles are really dense and it gives a really nice full coverage, but I just don't use it that often because full coverage isn't something that I'm always looking for. I'm going to show you guys this one now up close and personal. So you can see now the setup we've got going on. We stick it in, dunk it around a bit. Okay, the water is getting murky very quickly, so I think that this Dove shampoo might be actually brilliant for foundation. Then we're going to give it 10 seconds in the water. We go up and down. And then 10 out of the water. Okay, that's a brilliant result. It's almost completely dry. The bristles are totally clean. I'm really happy with that. Sorry, my hand is shaking. It kind of takes a lot out of you holding this. I'm really impressed with that. I'm going to try again with the blank canvas brush and you can see now if it works any better. So that is 3 success stories and 1 TBC. Okay, so dunk, 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 dunk. Ugh, look at that water. It's gross, all the things that are in your brush, isn't it? Okay, there's still a lot of product left in the middle of that brush. I think it's going to need a bit of work. I might try the other F24 and let's see if we've any better luck with that it's not wet. It hasn't already been like messed around with for too long. As you can tell, I'm really, really determined to make this work. This is the after of the second foundation brush. The outside bristles are a lot cleaner, but inside we've still got a lot of foundation. I'm gonna have to play around with a few different detergents to see if I can break down the foundation inside, because I've had a really good result with other brushes. So another one I just did is this bronzer brush. This is a Bobbi Brown bronzer brush and was quite dirty and now it's back to black. The bristles aren't 100% dry, we're almost there. So this last one is another blank canvas. This is the F40 that I would use for contour on the odd day that I'm contouring, which is exceptionally rare. So we'll do our dunk. So that's a really good result. Those bristles are really fluffy. It feels really clean, looks really good. And again, 99% dry. Success story. Okay, so let's talk overall verdicts. What did I think? I was determined to absolutely love this, right? I was convinced it was going to just be the answer to all of my problems, and to a certain extent it is, but I think I'm going to have to put a little bit more work in than I'd hoped. So for the likes of foundation brushes, these are the 2 that I tried to clean just there. I would definitely give them a pre-cleanse, so I would probably clean them in something a little bit heavier duty, like a regular shampoo, maybe even some washing up liquid. I actually didn't even try that, so I might try them with the Fairy. I know Nadine from PREEN, the makeup artist there, swears by Fairy for cleaning brushes. Oh, fuck it. Hold that thought. I'm just gonna go get some Fairy and give it one last try. Okay, so our last attempt is with Fairy. I'm using the Fairy Platinum Arctic Fresh, and I'm gonna give it another go with one of these very stubborn foundation brushes. No, there's still loads of foundation left on the inside. The thing is as well, this could just be me being a scumbag because I use this for foundation every day and haven't cleaned it in about 6 months. So what is my overall verdict? I think it's an amazing idea, right? And if it worked perfectly, it would be miraculous. And it is really hard to tell whose fault it is that my foundation brushes are so grubby. So I'm going to try scrubbing these a little bit harder and see if I can somehow manage to get to a point where they're back clean and then this works perfectly. I know that in the handbook it says that if you're going to use this for foundation, you should use StylPro's own brush cleaner, which seems a bit like a sell, but I might actually buy into it now and see if it does work. In terms of the rest of my brushes, I'm really, really pleased with the result. My contour brush is actually as good as new. My Bobbi Brown bronzer brush completely brand new, like really big and fluffy. My Lola bronzer brush looks absolutely perfect, not a trace of bronzer on it. And my Bobbi Brown foundation brush. Actually, it's funny that that worked and the blank canvas one didn't. So maybe it just depends on the actual brushes, because that was used for foundation and that came out so well. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Those are my first impressions. Not perfect for foundation. Okay, so I'm back to say, I just went into the bathroom, did a little bit of handwork, and that's all they needed. They just needed to be like scrubbed a little bit. So I think if you have brushes that are like insanely dirty, like 6 months dirty, you probably need to put in a little bit of the grind work first. I've gone through some more brushes, and my Real Techniques brushes have come out actually brand new. Like, I could repackage them and bring them back to Boots and be like, oh, I got 2 of these as a present. I would never do that, but I could. And I'm glad to be able to confirm that my 2 blank canvas brushes that were causing me so much trouble are now perfectly clean and dry. Ta-da! I'm so delighted. I actually think now this is the best invention ever. I'm having the best time. I hate cleaning my brushes, and now I'm like, fuck it, I'll do this all day. I would never go back. Never. So in conclusion, this is one of those products that I'm now going, why didn't I come up with this? I could be a millionaire. It's definitely not completely foolproof. So I think playing around with it, you'll kind of get more used to it, which products to use with it, whether or not your brushes need to be pre-cleaned. So it definitely won't take all of the hard work out of it for you. So if something is very grubby with foundation, what I did was I just got some fairy liquid, concentrated, put it on the tip, and then kind of rubbed it a lot. And now they're good as new. So happy. So this will set you back €70 in PREEN. It is not cheap, but for me, I always look at things in terms of time. So I'm going, okay, I could spend 3 hours washing my brushes, or I could spend this €70 once and then spend half an hour once a week. That's a kind of a Gary Vee thing, isn't it? It's like, you either have time or you have money. If you have money, you can throw money at the problem. And if you have time, you can spend the time. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you really enjoyed it and it's not too long. Let me know what you think if you have the StylPro makeup brush cleaner and dryer and you love it or you hate it. If you like this review, give it a thumbs up. Don't ever give it a thumbs down, that's rude. Subscribe for more videos like this and loads of other random crap.